Hello everyone and welcome back to the Iowa Grand Fleet Gaming channel. Today we've got some end of 06 matchups. We've got Nick Davis playing Red Purple Luffy versus Zach playing 03 Lucci. We've been doing some little matchups, random ones, random leaders, kind of different ones off meta a little bit, just to see how different the meta can be. But as of right now, we've got, like I said, Red Purple Luffy versus Lucci, so let's see how this goes down. Alright, as we were saying, a little bit of a jump there, but we got, I believe, Zach going first with 03 Lucci. Just no turn one play, passes over to Nick Davis with the Hody Jones Dawn. Man went out of his way to collect 10 of them, and now he can show off. Zach goes up to 3 Dawns, just swinging 8, no turn 2 play either. Nick forgetting that he's a 3 life leader, so bottom decking that life and then taking that next down to 2. 4 Dawn on Red Purple Luffy's side. See what he can play while he's doing some thinking. I know it's been a while. Like I said, just busy doing other things. So now I'm back kind of for a while, so we'll see how things go. Nick will play a Mr. 2, ramping 1 active Dawn and then swinging 7, which Zach will take. Passing back over to Zach. Going up to 5 Dawn. But as I was saying, like I said, took a little bit of a break, kind of just doing some other things, getting ready for set 7, playing some games, all that kind of stuff. Been back on Dead by Daylight, all that kind of stuff. So now I'm back. Now that set 7's coming out, we're going to play some more. Zach swings 6 at leader, which will probably get a counter out of. Yep, it'll get a 1K out of Zoro Juro. And Zach plays Air Door. Take the top 5 cards of your deck. I think it's play. Yep. Play a 5-cost CP agent, which he'll play the alternate art Kaku. And passes the turn. That's not bad. 4 Dawn to cheat out of 5 cost. That could potentially kill something, but nothing on board to kill. Nick will play a Nami Searcher. Grabbing a Frenosuke. Oh, man. It's been fun playing set 6 in EB. With the Sokka bands, everything's kind of just been little one-off leaders, random leaders. Zach's been on 03 Lucci for a while. Nick paying 4 to play a the blocker law. Gonna hit Zach. See what cards he rips out of hand. Rips a Helmeppo and a Gecko. Oh no. Helmeppo I think is fine in Graveyard. You don't really want the Gecko Moria there, unfortunately. So Nick will swing 7, which gets the Enies Lobbies off trigger. And then swing 7 again, which Zach will just take. Okay. And then passing over to Zach. Seven Dawn. Got 1 Kaku leader out. See where things go from here. So this is a matchup that they've played probably a couple times. I'm a little behind. This is from, I think, 2 weeks ago. But they've played this matchup a couple of times. They're all trying to figure out what to do for the last, or they were just trying to figure out what to do for the last little bit of EB 01 meta. Seeing what they could do, where they could go, all that kind of stuff. So I'll probably upload this one and maybe one more. And then it'll go probably straight into set 7. With my new work schedule, I should be good to upload a little bit more consistently. So Zach taking some time to do some thinking, figure out what he wants to do, where he wants to go with all this. He will play the Spandime Searcher, which will pull the 4-drop. Oh, maybe. Never mind. Maybe he's rethinking that a little bit. Yep, he will end up taking the 4-cost Rob Lucci. He will tap Enies Lobby to bring Law down to 2, I believe. And then probably playing the Rob Lucci, killing the Nami and Law. He's got 2 Gecko Morias in graveyard. And, oh, so he sends 2 Gecko Morias and a Helmeppo to the bottom of the deck for Rob Lucci effect. Swinging 5 into Mr. 2, and then swinging 8 into life. Gotta make it uncomfortable on the Luffy. Or on Nick. Nick debating whether he wants to counter out. He has a good chunk of cards in hand, but going down to 1 life can be pretty brutal. He ends up taking, and I believe it was a Whitebeard. Zach passes turn over to Nick, who's now on 8 Dawn, going up to 9. Does he play the Whitebeard? I believe you do here. You go up to an 8K leader. Oh, nope. Plays the Nami Searcher again. What's he grabbing? Probably some defense, maybe? Tough decision there. Can't quite see it from this angle. Oh yeah, I forgot. Zach has his little carrot puppet thing out. He is very excited for set 8 to play Carrot the leader. Zach, who is usually a black main, is going to be switching up to green, it sounds like. I am intrigued to see what it is that he could search that's making him think it this hard. Oh, he takes the 10-drop Luffy. Is that something we see come down next turn? Maybe. So he's got 8 Dawn to mess around with, so he's going to swing 8 into Kaku, which Zach lets go. Pays 6 for a king to KO the Rob Lucci. All right. Well, Zach's board went down pretty heavily. Nick built up a board. He's got the 6-7 king on board, and see where he can go with that. All right. Yeah. Oh, Zach will play the Rebecca blocker. Yeah, one of the big problems with our locals is that a lot of people like to bang the table. So you will see a lot of bouncing. I've tried to stabilize it as much as I can. So Zach played the Rebecca into the Hina into the Lucci, the good old combo from set 5, to clear Nick's board. Sending 3 events to the bottom of his deck to activate the effect, and then swinging 6 with leader, it looks like. which gets a 2K out of hand. Nick staying at 1 life. Problem is he's staring down a very not an oppressive board, but he's got 4. His opponent's got 4 characters on board, so he needs to maybe do something about that a little bit. A little bit of a jump cut there, but fast forwarding to Nick Davis's 9-Don play of Whitebeard. Swinging 8 into Hina, which will just get the Rebecca blocker off board, which is fine. If Zach, for some reason, let that go through, it would have been rough because Hina... Or, sorry, not Hina. Rebecca could just be KO'd with the Whitebeard effect. So Zach will give -2 to the Edward Newgate using stage. So Newgate down to 7. We'll hardcast a Hina and then play the Kaku to kill the 9-gate. And no swings, unfortunately, now that Nick is at a 8K leader. Although, oh, sorry. No, I did the math wrong. He still had 2 Don left, so he can swing 8, which will get a 2K out of Nick Davis's hand. Now the board's looking a bit scary on Zach's side. Nick Davis picking up all 10 of his Don. Wonder what that means. I think he's probably debating whether he's good to go for the next turn. I think Zach has, what, 3 or 4 cards in hand? Maybe wrong. I've not been counting that well, unfortunately. So he will play the 10-drop Luffy, use Luffy ability to bring out a Don, and then use character Luffy to bring out another Don. Swing 7 with leader. Zach doing some math in his head. He's got 2 life. He will take. No trigger, nothing. And then it goes into Nick Davis's second turn. He will pay 1 to ramp 1. Go 10 at life. Zach will give, oh my, 2 2Ks, 2 1Ks. And then swing 12 into Lucci, which will go. Okay. Zach still has 2 Hinas and a Kaku and a leader on board. All right. Both at 1 life. It's coming down to the wire here. Zach has 2 cards in hand. Nick has a couple. Zach doing some thinking, trying to figure out what the line is here. Still doing some consideration, looking at his beautiful Shanks Don. Grabbing 1 and swinging 6 with Hina. Gets a 1K out. Six with the other Hina. Still got 8 Don and his leader and his Kaku swing. Nick Davis doing a little bit of thinking. Trying to figure out where the line goes. We'll get a 1K? I don't remember if that's 1 or 2K, and it's hard to see from this angle. So Zack needs both of these next 2 attacks to connect to win. Let's see if there's a math there. I think Nick has 4 cards. It's almost as if I just asked him how many cards he has. He's got 4 cards in hand. Zack going through the last couple turns trying to figure out if he remembers what was drawn and what was played. Because I believe it realistically comes down to this turn. With only 2 cards in hand, killing that 10 cost Luffy is going to be rough. While he's doing some thinking, we'll talk a little bit more. Hopefully with set 7 coming out, there will be more consistent videos coming out. Just been a little busy with other things and kind of got distracted by work and other. So from here on out, like I said, more consistent videos, hopefully. I know our locals is going to be pretty heavy on the Bonnie. So we'll try to get some things that aren't just Bonnie mirrors over and over and over and over and over again. But we'll see how set 7 looks at our locals. All right. Zack coming down to the wire here. So he's going to pick up 4 Dawn, swing 9K into leader, which can make a 10K swing from Kaku. Nick will take, swinging 10 with Kaku. 9, 10, 11. Oh no. And that's it. Nick Davis wins with the Franosuke off of life. So Nick Davis moves on, and we'll see if we see that next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good day.